going on. As you can see, the weather is a little crazy. We got some dark clouds, storm clouds brewing in on us, and we got a long way to still go. We are out and about covering cases today and doing a little searching. We were going to do some drone testing, but the wind now is about 30 miles an hour, so not good. Y'all can see that I'm following over here as I got buzzards up here in the air. And that was our goal. If you can see them up there, there's 2 buzzards, see them? And there was a bunch more earlier, but we did kind of come over this way with a drone and they all flew off. So we're gonna go follow the buzzards. Y'all know what we do. And who knows? But anyway, wanted to come on for a little bit and chat. We're on this route over here. We got to go under all these power lines and all this stuff to get across here. So we're gonna do our best to get to where we got to go, but without hopefully getting poured on. Hopefully we don't get poured on, I hope. But anyway, allegedly these are my opinions, my thoughts, my free speech, all alleged. Big bubble, big bubble of alleged. And don't take it as fact, it's just my theories, my thoughts only. Not to reflect the channel. Y'all's comments, y'all's alone. Not to reflect the channel. We do our research together. Because we got big hearts and we are a little family. So that's how we like to roll. Anyway, now that said, and trigger warnings are out of the way and all that, let's get into this case here. I want to kind of go over a few of the break you down details, right? I feel that some of this information that's been coming out in this case and some of the information that we've dug on in this case are starting to finally come together. Now I know this is a members only video, but you know, I want to make sure I put out as many videos for members only as I can. I know that, you know, y'all are the ones that help keep lights on, right? I mean, I don't have that many members yet. I'm still new, but I think I got like 10 of y'all probably. So I know y'all are following the Nicola Bully case, the Claudia Lawrence case, and the Jay Slater case. So really what I want to get into is the Jay Slater case, because I want to break down some of the stuff that we've uncovered. And now that we can place certain people in certain areas, you know, with using data before they privated their numbers, right? We can't use anything after, but we know now that pretty much can say for 99.9%, in my opinion, allegedly, Lucy, May Law, Brandon, Arab, Rocky, Roman, another guy with the last name of Floody, I think his name is, and his son and a cousin were all together about a month and a week before Jay went to the island of Tenerife. And we know Tom Hilton was there as well as his cousin and another friend. So, and we know there was also 3 females, but we're not going to go into their names because I don't know enough about them to bring their names up yet. Evidently, this was a meeting that was on an island, and it was about 5-10 minute drive to a barbershop that's owned by somebody that's involved in this case to me. And that's why I think it's more about all the big fish in this case, that they're the ones that help do all the cover up, in my opinion, and made this work the way it worked, to be pushing on the civil guard, pushing on the Spanish police and all that stuff to help make sure that this was shut and closed really fast, immediate, bam, done, over with, okay? But you know, the thing that gets me is, trigger warning too, is that Jay's entire body was not found, just remains. And if you're going to tell me that remains were found and not a whole body, pretty much, that's what you put out there. How in God's name was there fingerprints? I mean, that makes no sense, right? Some of this stuff we know is not accurate. We're not dumb. It's common sense. And they don't care because they feel like, okay, it'll never get done. But if you take, for instance, the Levi case, it took it 2 years to reopen, right? That's a big, important news right now, because I think now the arrests are going to come in that case. And I feel that justice will be done in that case. And so with everything that we've sent in now, which actually we're sending everything now, just to be honest, we sent it all in. There's nothing left for us to send in. I hope and pray that it catches one eye enough to say, yes, this is what we're working on. We're kind of going down the same avenue. You know, we pretty much feel, I pretty much feel that they have got all the data out of Jay's phone that they needed. I feel that they try to do it quickly and in a hurry and quietly. And some people just happen to see the activity, but it's okay. I've seen it in plenty of other cases before. That is a common thing now, is to use cloning cell phones, SIM cards. That way they get all the information. And that's a good tool. You know, technology is a good tool if it's utilized in the right way. So, with that being said, we know now that there was some meetings going on before, up to 9 days before. Then we know now Brandon was there before, some other people were there before. And why was this a beg Jay to go type thing? It tells me one thing. They begged him to go because they needed to execute their plan. But what was their plan? Was this all about a fight club? Was this all about the Quack Quack gang? Was this all about the baby gang? What was this about? Was this about Jay not really wanting to go and be a part of it, and then got suckered into going and did? And then say he was moving some substance, say somebody stole it, or say he lost it, or whatever. That would be enough motive to raise 30 grand in a GoFundMe. And that's where I'm taking this GoFundMe to the level of. No way are you gonna just try to get search teams and put a target goal of $30,000. Not gonna happen. Maybe 5, maybe 10. Look at most of your GoFundMes. That by far tells you something. There's more to this story than meets the eye. 30 grand was to pay off what? I've always felt like the GoFundMe was the biggest part of this case, besides the GPS and all that stuff, right? I still feel that the GoFundMe was a big part of it. And I think we're on the verge of showing that is possibly is correct. And we need a little more time, not much, but we're getting there, and it could come any day. I don't know. I'm just saying we're just trying to vet a few things on the GoFundMe. Now that we had reached out a few weeks ago, and now they've reached out back to us. It's great because we needed to speak to them, and we needed to understand more, and we needed to let them know what our plan was, and be willing to work with them in any way possible to, you know, try to figure out this falsifying and lying on the GoFundMe. You know, can it be charged, right? Because the thing is you don't always get to charge somebody for the crime. You can charge it for something else and get them in there, and then hopefully they start talking, right, or spill the beans, right? Thinking they're going to go to jail for life. You know, Lucy May Law is only, what, 19? Then that'd be a long time. So she might want to start talking, right? I don't know. But anyway, that's some of the things that we're working on right now. We pretty much, all the NASA, Google Earth, all the photos, all the images, all the coordinates, all that stuff to show where people were, where they weren't. We had it down. There were still 12 people that we were not able to identify. But I still think they were part of the search team, but the civil guard side, the Spanish side, because a lot of those numbers belonged on that island. So that's why I'm assuming that it was somebody that lives there, or somebody that was there searching with them, or was one of the officers. So, you know, we sent those numbers in and said, hey, these were, we couldn't identify these, but they're here they are. And here's how many times they were seen, like, the dog teams and all that. They pretty much search the same amount of time every day. And their coordinates and their tracking devices show that. There were some people that were in it to try to find this young man. There were some people that seemed to be just popping in and out every now and then, and that's kind of threw red flags to me. So we'll go further than that. We know now that a few people that we never thought searched did search. I mean, way early on, but not more. But the funny thing is now that we're trying to verify that CCTV footage video to get enhanced, and we should have that back here hopefully soon. I don't know exactly how long. I don't want to speculate, but once we get that back, we'll know hopefully a little bit more too, be able to tell a little bit more. Even if we can get the clothing that person is wearing, that'll at least give us a direction. If it ends up being white or green, or gray and green, then we know the shirt, most likely that's what Jay was supposedly had on. So we can kind of maybe look at it in a different light. But and will it be able to be done? I don't know yet. So it's all worth a try. I have a buddy of mine working on it, so hopefully we'll get something back on it. But as we go through this case, we just have to keep our head focused, right, on the one thing that matters, and that's Jay Slater, and not worry about all the drama and speculation and hoopla, right? We just got to put that by us and go with facts that we have, which aren't very many. A GoFundMe that tells a lie and paints a picture. Stories from Arab and them that don't add up. Stories from Brad that don't add up. Stories from Lucy that really don't add up. Stories of 1% battery on cell phones that we know didn't work. Things that we can vet and put all those in one column and then try to figure out the path that they took, right? I'm starting to really feel right now that if you watched the video this morning, you saw, I want to know why there's no camera footage of him in that village up there. One of the bars, one of the restaurants, one of the places he walked by, they have cameras. I've seen them. So I know that there's cameras there. Where are those photos? And why aren't you showing us those? That would change a lot of people's opinion if they would just show us him wandering around by that bus stop or wandering around down that road they said he walked down. That would change a lot, right? But anyway, guys, we're at the end of our rope here. We're fixing to get out of here and got to go to another location. But I wanted to just, take a minute to chat with the members only and give a little bit of stuff that's going on, let y'all know we sent everything in. Hopefully we'll be getting answers, and we'll share it here first on members only. So y'all guys be good, be safe. We love you guys. Justice for Jay Slater always. Keep up the fight, keep up the focus. Remember trigger warnings, and Jay did not deserve this, so we have to keep digging. All right, guys, y'all be good, be safe. We'll talk soon. All right, bye.